Harihi Om Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmikir Munisimhasya Kavita Vanacharinaha Shrinvan Ramakathanadam Konayati Parangatim Jayatyati Balo Ramaha Lakshmanascha Mahabalaha Raja Jayati Sugrivo Raghavena Abhipalitaha दासोहम कौसलेन्द्रस्य रामस्य अक्लिष्टकर्मणः हनुमान् शत्रुसैन्यानां निहन्ता मारुतात्मजः न रावणसहस्रं मे युद्धे प्रतिफलं भवेत् शिलाभिस्तु प्रहरतः पादपैश्च सहस्रशः अर्दयित्वा पुरीं लङ्काम् अभिवाद्य च मैथिलीं समृद्धार्तो गमिष्यामि मिषतां सर्वराक्षसां नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्र यमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुत्कणेभ्यः நாடிய பொருள் கைகூடும் ஞானமும் புகழும் உண்டாம் வீடியல் வழியதாக்கும் வேரியம் கமலை நோக்கும் நீடிய அரக்கர் சேனை நீர்பட்டு அழிய வாகை சூடிய சிலை இராமன் தோள்வலி கூறுவார்க்கே சுபம். ராமாயண Art of Living Lectures, Part 45. Purvakatha Sangrahascha Kudaikindra Kavari Tamiyan Vandan. So, eventually Rama got the blessings of Mother Kaushalya to go to Vana. He convinced Lakshmana, so Kaushalya Mata is blessing. So Purvakatha mein we have seen up to the blessings, half of the blessings what Kaushalya Mata did, grand blessing. Then आज का चर्चा तो आदर्श आधरणीय कुटुंबम कैसा होना चाहिए. रामा a dutiful son and a dutiful husband, वही इस आज का विषय है. So, अयोध्या कांड तो धर्म कांड है. वेदांत विभ्रम वने वीत प्रचारः काकुत्सवं सावतीर्ण कदापि केलन वाल्मीकि वाङ्निकर वागुरया गृहीतो हृत्पञ्जरं व्रजति कश्चित् अयं शुको मे. It is Vedanta. Dharma Shastra is confusing. So, how Rama is negotiating all sorts of dharma. Sometimes it looks like adharma, but he brings sarva samanjasam. He just consolidates everything and then puts before his brata, his mother, and he's going to do with Patni. So those things show that he is a very dutiful son and a dutiful bharta. So, tatte bhavatu mangalam. Kaushalya Mata blesses Ramachandra Prabhu using the same phrase, tatte bhavatu mangalam, so that it personifies Rigved, it personifies Samaved, Yajurved and Atharva Ved. Yan mangalam sahasrakshe sarva veda namaskrite sarva deva namaskrite yan mangalam sahasraksha. So he says yan mangalam sahasraksha, whatever the blessing sahasraksha Indra got, hey Rama you will be getting. Then she gives lot of Vruthra, lot of story. There are lot of things we have to see, because it's 4 sloka Valmiki gives as a pass by, but those have itna artha gambhirya and then poetic nature of them, and also vishaya gambhira. Yan mangalam, whatever the blessing Sahasraksha got, whatever the blessing Vinatha got, whatever the blessing Devas got against the war with Daitya Dhanavas, you will be blessed with all those. So those things we have to see in detail. So what happens? First thing Kaushalya Mata refers to is the Vruthrasura Sambhava. Who was Vruthrasura? So Vruthrasura's katha comes in Ved itself, and also Bhagavat mein 6th canto, 6th skandha mein, I think it should be in the 9th sarga. 6th canto in 9th sarga, Vyasa gives a detailed picture of Vruthrasura. So that is very important. So Kausalya brings reference to the story of Vruthrasura. So who is Vruthrasura? So there was once upon a time, Indra along with his Dharma Patni, Indrani, he was enjoying and neglects to see and do the obeisance to his Guru Brihaspati. Unlike Durvasa, Brihaspati was a kind-hearted man, so he did not give any sharp. So he just simply left Devaloka. Once Guru left, obviously Dharma left, because he neglected the things. So the duty of Indra is to make sure Dharma Paripalanam. So he left it. So Brihaspati left, so Indras and Devas lost their strength. Then as usual, Indra cries and goes to Brahma. And Brahma says, don't worry, there is a Brahman called Pandit, called Vishwarupa. And in Bhagavata there is a lot of sarcha about it. Let's see, if time permits, we'll go through that. So there is a Brahman Bhudevata called Vishwarupa. You may go and ask him. And he also, apart from he doing oblations to Devas, he has a soft corner to Daitya Danavas also, he mentions. But you may go and ask him. So with Vishwarupa agreed. And then what happened was, Agnaye Swaha Indraya Swaha Indraya Idan Nama Namama Indraya Idan Namama. So he was doing all the oblation. So Indra wanted to get back his strength, so he does some yajna as prescribed. Along that, Indraya Swaha Indraya Idan Namama Agnaye Swaha Agnaye Idan Namama. Then on the third oblation, in a milder tone, he also gives ahuti to Daitya Danavas. So secretly he does it. It's been going on. So Indra was noticing that while they were getting strength, Daitya Danava, who are Daitya and who are Danavas? A lot of confusion, so somebody asked me. So Daitya means Diti Putra. Kashyapa 5 to 6 Patni. And one Patni, Pradhana Patni is Aditi. And those sons begot by Aditi are known as Devas. And those begot by Diti are Daitya. And there is another Patni called Dhanu. So those who are born to Dhanu are known as Danavas. So Daityas and Danavas are both Asura nature. So those Daityas and Danavas were also getting strength. So Indra found out. Then he got angry and then he just quells Vishwarupa. What happened? Who is Vishwarupa? The Vishwarupa is the son of a rishi called Tvashta. So there are references in Veda, we'll see that beautiful way. And then this Vishwarupa, it's a God's Srishti, Parabrahma's Srishti, that he has 3 faces. Vyasji bolte hai. In one phase, he is allowed to take Soma Rasa, which is the one the Devatas like. Soma Rasa, Lata and Rasa. A second one, through the second mouth, he always consumes Madhu. And the third mouth, he consumes Avis. So he is capable of doing that. So what happened? This Indra cuts each head of this Vishwarupa, and once he does it, he gets Brahma Hatti. Because he is a Brahman ko vad karne mein to Brahma Hatti dosh aata hai. So then what happened? This Tvashta came to know, and Tvashta got angry. Beautiful. So what happened? So this Tvashta is a Brahman, so he started doing avis to quell Indra. Very good. Both the importance of Veda, Sanskrit grammar, everything comes in 150 words. Tvashta hata putro vindragum somamaharat tasmin indra upahavamaichhat tam nopa ahvayata putram meva dhiriti sa yajnasveshasam kritva prasaha somamapapipad tasya yadyashishyat tatvashtahavaniyam pravarthayata swahendra shatrurvardhasva. So He was doing havan. This is from Veda. Taittiriya Bhag mein aata hai aur Rig mein bhi aata hai. So what he says, Hataputra, Tvashta who lost his son. So then he was trying to do havan, but he was trying in such a way that he will not give the Soma Rasa to Indra. Tvashta Hataputro Vindragum Somamaharati. But Somamaharati Indragum. He is not giving oblation to Indra. But whenever there is Soma Yaga done, Indra is a Pradhana Devata in Veda, so he always comes. That is the nature. Then he got annoyed that why I am not getting the oblation, so he kind of cheated and then somehow consumed the Upahavamai Ichat. He started consuming the Soma Rasa. But Tvashta did not like it, and then Tvashta did oblation to other Devatas, and he was asking for, that is the beautiful, Swahe Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. That is what he recited. But his intention was to recite Swahendra Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. Imagine, you got to pay attention. So he was supposed to ask for a son who will be the enemy of Indra. So when he was reciting the Veda, he should have said Swahendra Shatrur Vardhasva. The upper intonation or Swarita should be on the word Shatru. That means I am going to ask for a son who is the enemy, Indra. Indra Shatru, that is Tatpurusha Samasa. In Tatpurusha Samasa, the second word gets Pradhana. If you have to have a second word as Pradhana, that should have higher intonation. That is the thing. Indra Shatru Vardhasva. I need somebody who is a Shatru of Indra. Let him grow. But Vishnu ka Mai here, Indra Shatrur Vardhasva. He emphasized, when he was reciting, he emphasized upper intonation on the word Indra. That means it becomes Bahuvirihi Samasa. That means Indra, who is our enemy, let him grow. It should be the enemy of Indra, let him grow. But when he said the swara, Indra Shatrurvar Dhasva, that means Indra, who is an enemy to us, grow. So Indra got Virya. So Tvashta Hataputro Vindragum. So in a way, this is Vishnu's Maya. So what happened? So Tvashta gave rise to this guy called. Then, but he is also giving oblation. No, so there should be phala for it. While Indra got strength and Devatas got strength, because of the phala of the havan he was doing, because he gave oblation to other Devata, he was blessed with a son called Vruthrasura. He grew. Bhagavat mein, 6th canto mein this comes, if my memory serves me correctly. One whole sarga is about Vruthrasura Vrittanta. So he was growing in black, all the places. So all 3 places on the world, up, down, side, he covered. Hence the name Vruthra. Vruthra means surround, envelop, engulf. So this Asura came, and then this Asura started fighting with Indra. Then Indra also lost some power. So he was praying to Mahavishnu. Ataputrastashta Johavendra Yashatrave Indra Sastro Vivardhasva Machiram Jahi Vidvisham Indra Sastro Vardhasva. The same thing Vyasa picks from Yajurveda. Hataputrata Tastvashta Juhavendra Yashatrave Indra Shatror Vivardhasva Machiram Jahi Vidvisham. So Machiram Dahi Vidvisham. The enmity grew quickly between Indra and the Vruthrasura. How to kill Vruthrasura? Then Vishnu comes. This Vruthrasura engulfed in three regions. Bhulok, Upper Log, Dhyaulog and Antariksham. The space between Dhyau and Bhulok is Antariksham. So he was engulfing everything. Then Vishnu, who is Vishnu? Vishnu is Upendra. Indrasya Yujhasaka. Also Veda. So Vishnu in the form of Trivikrama is mentioned in Veda, Bahut places. Although Indra, Agni, Varuna, they are predominant, but other gods, in next comes Vishnu in the form of Trivikrama. Vishnornukam Viryani Pravocanya Parthivani Vimame Rajagum Askabaya Duttaragum Sadastam Vichakramanastreda Vishnoratamasi Vishno of Prittamasi Vishno Snaptre Esto Vishno Surasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetva Tadasya Priyamavipato Asyam Naro Yatra Deva Yavo Madanti Urukramasya Sahibandurita Vishno Pade Parame Madhva Utsaha Vishno Pade Parame Madhva Utsaha. The Madhu, Ganges and other things flow from this Vishnu's foot. Vishnu Pade Parame Madhva Utsaha Pradad Vishnustavate Viryaya Mrigona Bhima Kucharo Girishta Yasyo Rushu Drushu Vikramaneshu Adhikshiyanti Bhuvanani Visva Paromatraya Tanuva Vrdhana Nate Mahitvaman Vashnuvanti Ubhete Vidmarajasi Pritivya Vishnu Devatvam Paramasya Vitse Vichakrame Pritivi Meshayetam Kshetraya Vishnur Manushedasasyan Dhruvaso Asya Yosu Janimachakara Trideva Pritivi Meshayetam Vichakrame Shatarcha Sammahitva Pravishnurastutavasastaviyan Tvesha Guhyasya Stavirasya Nama Ato Deva Avantuno Yato Vishnur Vichakrame Treda Nidade Padam Samuramasya Pagum Shure Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnur Gopa Ada Abhyah Tato Dharma Nidharayan. So the Vishnu came. Trini pada vichakrame Vishnu tato dharma nidarayan. So he took 3 steps. So Trivikrama comes in 2 forms. One for Vaman Avatara to give Swarga to Bali. And here for Vruthrasura. That's why he is called Upendra. Indrasya Yujhasaka. Who is the friend of Indra? So in 1 foot he engulfed the entire Bhulok, Vishnu. So Vruthrasura was gone. In another foot he took, in Dhyaulog, this Vruthrasura was wiped. Then in Antariksha, in between Antariksha, he took 1 more footstep and all these are gone. So where did he go? Then Vruthrasura asked, Hey Mahavishnu, you have quelled me. Hataputra tathasvashta jughavendraya shatrave. I have become enemy for Indra. What do I do? Where do I go now? I have no place to go. Then he says, go into Indra's stomach, belly. So, that is the reason that is personified as hunger. In other words, it is kamam. So, this Vruthrasura enters Indra's belly as hunger. Then the hunger has to be quelled. So, Indra did not feed him. So, he immediately burst out of his tummy. And then Indra uses the bone of Dadichi Muni and then kills him. So that is the reason hunger is a kama and you have to control hunger. That is the Vrittanta given in the Veda. This comes in Veda. Tad Vishnov paramam padagum sada pasyanti surayah divi vachakshura tatam tad viprapo vipanyavo jagrivagum satsamindate Vishno yat paramam padam. So who is that friend of Indra? Tad Vishnov paramam padagum. He is the one who is residing in Sri Vaikunta. Sada pashyanti suraya. People are always seeing him. Sada pashyanti surayah diviva chakshuratatam. So without even winking their eyes, animeshaha. They can't wink because they are all engrossed with the beauty of Sri Venkateswara here. So what happened? He kills. Then this Viswarupa is gone to take vengeance of Viswarupa. This Swashta begot Vruthrasura. With the help of Mahavishnu, Vruthrasura was quelled. So Mangalam Bhavatu Yan Mangalam Sahasrakshe Sarvadeva Namaskrite Vruthra Nashe Samabhavatu Tatte Bhavatu Mangalam. When this happened, the entire Devas did this flower varsha. So Vruthra Nashe Samabhavatu Tatte Bhavatu Mangalam. So Vyasa also brings reference to Vruthrasura, and there's Veda itself says about this Trivikrama. And interestingly, what happened to when Vruthrasura was begot by Tvashta, already Indra has killed Viswarupa. He was a Brahmin. It's very interesting. So Papa took shape in Indra. So what did he do with this Papa? He got vigor because of this Trivikrama and Upendra's help. So the Papa which Indra got was divided into 4 quarters. 4 times quarter equal to 1. And the first Papa is absorbed by the earth. So the earth had lot of ups and downs, ditches. All that Papa came and filled the ditches. But then the Papa has to show that is still Papa. That is the reason in some places, in every country, there is Marugantara. That means desert. So the presence of desert shows that there are some places which is inhabitable. That is because 1 quarter of the Papa begot by Indra when he quelled Vishwarupa is there. The second one is in trees. You always pluck trees, whether it is Amrapala or whatever the fruit, you pluck it. Then it grows. But when you pluck, what you get? The sap, the oozing sap. So that shows the Papa. So the second quarter of the Papa was absorbed by all the trees and plants. That is the reason the tree which is giving more sap is Asafoetida. You are not supposed to use Asafoetida for Shraddha or any pious karma, because that is Papa. The third one is Sri. So Stris took 1 quarter of the Papa. So, and that is the reason they have every month Bahishta. So they have, Stris are nothing but living gods, which Vivekananda also says. Mother is a living God, and then he says father is faith. Because they are doing so much penance, so much pain they are carrying. So Stris are like Janani, Janmabhumischa Swarga. They are better than Swarga. They are better than Janmabhumi too. So Stris took 1 quarter. So 3 quarter is gone. And the 4th quarter, the seas took it. So when the seas took it, when you put something in the sea, in a given volume, it comes up. That is the reason sea goes up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. Don't question, that's a gravity issue scientifically. But from Shastra point, it tells a story that when these Papa went into the ocean or sea, they always have imbalance and they keep moving up and down. And when it comes, you see the bubble and you see the, like soap, you see on the Nurai. So, but then when you go touch that bubble, you don't see it. So that is a reflection that there is a Papa there. In trees, there is a reflection sap. In the planet, the reflection of the Papa is desert. In the ocean, the reflection is all on the bubble. And in Sri, you know what it is. So this is this much story Valmiki has kept. So what happened? This Upendra, this Vishnu, Indrasya Yujjhatsaka. So all the people did shower, like Devahuti and Kapila. So she talks about, that is a different Upakyana, right, in Bhagavata. So they all blessed. Tatte bhavatu mangalam. Yan mangalam suparnasya vinita akalpayat pura amrutam prartayanasya tatte bhavatu mangalam. Garutman suparnaha is a Veda Swarupa. Garutman is a Veda Swarupa. So there are 2 Patnis, Vinatha and Kadru. So for Kashyapa Prajapati, there are 2 Patnis known as Vinatha and Kadru. Vinatha was a pious lady, Kadru was a wicked, although they are sisters. So they didn't have children for a long time. So Kashyapa Prajapati is one of the Saptarishi. He just blessed them and he said that in given time, around 500 years or so, you will begot children. So, and then whatever you wish, you will get. So this Kadru, he was jealous. So she asked for 1,000 nagas. Okay. And then this Vinatha is a pious lady. She asked for two sons. So Kashyapa Prajapati gave his vigor into this. And then he said, you will begot 2 sons, but nurture these embryo. So Vinatha was nurturing these 2 embryos. 500 odd years went by. Vinatha became impatient. So he porked 1 embryo, and then that came an orange Paramapurusha called as Aruna. That is the reason when the sun comes, the first thing you see is orange. That doesn't stay long. Then you get the original sun, that is known as Aruna. Then Aruna got angry. why are you impatient, Vinatha? Why are you impatient, Mata? One of the important thing for people, particularly women, is patience. Dharti, like that you have to be patient. You were not patient. So it is a Deva Nimittam that I am going to give you sharp. So down the line you will become slave to your own sister. So Vinatha became slave to Kadru. And Kadru begot 1000 Nagas, and they were very jealous of Garuda. They were jealous of this Garuda. Vainateya, Vinatha's son is known as Vainateya. So they got jealous and they wanted to make sure that this Garuda was driven away from their land. So they used this slavery thing as an opportunity, and they said, if you want to enslave your mother, if you want to release your mother from the slavery of my mother Kadru, you have to go to Devaloka and get the Amrita. So they thought that this Garuda is not going to come back. So Garuda will vanish, and Vinatha, my Badima, will always be a servant to my mother. But what happened when Suparno Garudman is a Veda Swarup. Without even fighting, Indra gave the Amrita in a white pot to Garuda. And then when Garuda was coming, then Lord Narayana took him as his chariot, and then they were not happy seeing Garuda bringing the Amrita. And then when they gave this Amrita to Nagas, they also rejoiced, thinking that they will live long. But Garuda, once he freed his mother from Kadru, he fought with Nagas and quelled them. That's why there is an eternal enmity between Naga, serpent, and Garuda. So when that happened, Vinatha did so much mangalam to Garuda. And that story, and then what he says, Tatte bhavatu mangalam. So whatever mangalasas and whatever the blessing Vinatha gave to Garuda, you will get it. And that's a beautiful story. Ramayan gives. So what are the Mangala Shlokas Vinatha did? You have to go to Mahabharata. Ramayan does not say those Mangala Shlokas, but listening itself is pious. You have to go to Adi Parva. In Adi Parva, Vyasa makes it a point to give those 2 slokas which were recited by Vinatha in terms of blessings to Vainateya. Let's listen to that. Pakshau te marutaha patu chandra suryau cha prishtataha shirascha patu vanniste vasavaha sarvastanum aham cha te sada putra shanti swasti parayana ihasina bhavishyami swastikare rata sada Arishtam Vajrapantanam Putra Karyartha Siddhaye. You have to go to Adi Parva. Yan Mangalam Tatte Bhavatu Mangalam. Whatever the Mangalas Ashashana Vinatha did to Garuda, may that be to you. Pakshaute Marutaha Patu. Let the air god protect you. So likewise Rama, let Marutu protect you. Pakshaute Maruta Patu. Here Pakshav means you have to take Padhav for Rama. Pakshaute Maruta Patu Chandra Suryau cha Prishtataha. Your backside be protected by Chandra and Surya. Sirascha Patu Vanniste. May your head be protected by Agni. Vasavaha Sarvastanum. So Vasavas, Ashtavasus, let them protect you entirely. Aham chate sada putra. I am also going to stay here and always ask for your well-being. Aham chate sada putra shanti swasti parayana. I am always going to be praying to Lord Narayana. Shanti swasti parayana. Iha asina. Where? From here. Bhavishyami swastikare rata sada. I am going to do the penance. Swastikare rata sada. Arishtam vajrapantanam. You will be not having any enemy. Arishtam Vajrapantan, strong path. You will have a strong path with no barrier. Arishtam Vajrapantanam Putra Karyartha Siddhaye. So this is the same thing. Kaushalya blessed Rama, which Valmiki doesn't give. We have to do this kind of understanding. So, Yan Mangalam Suparnasya Vinatha Akalpayat Pura. So you will know what are the Mangalam. Mangalam requested by Vinatha. Amrita Prarthayanasya Tate Bhavatu Mangalam. Then Amrita Utpadane Daityan Gnato Vajradarasya Yati Aditihi Mangalam Pradat Tate Bhavatu Mangalam. So, whatever the blessing Aditi, Devamata gave to Indra when he won over Daitya Danava in Amrita Manthan. So, why did Amrita Mantana happen? You may think that it is because Devatas wanted Amrita. The Gopya Artha is because Vishnu wanted his Patni, Nitya Anapayini. So, Raghavastve Bhavati Sita Rukmini Krishna Janmani. Sarveshu cha avatareshu Vishnu Sanapayini. Parasara Maharshi says, Raghavatve Bhavati Sita. When Raghava comes, Lakshmi comes in the form of Sita. He cannot be without his Patni. Nitya Anapayini cannot be separated. Raghavastve Bhavatu Sita. Rukmini Krishna Janmani. In Vishnu Purana it comes. Rukmini Krishna Janmani. When Krishna comes, he has to have Rukmini. That's why he goes and does Rukmini Parinayam. And then Sarveshu Avatareshu. In whatever avatara, when he comes as a Varaha, who is his Patni? Bhumata. Sarveshu avatareshu Vishnoho Sarveshu avatareshu. Whenever Vishnu comes as Avatara, always Sa Nitya Anapayini. So, Vinnavar Amudunna Pen Amudu. In Tamil Bhakti Granth, they says, we may think that it is because of the Devas wanted the Amritam. Vinnavar Amudunna Vanda Pennamudu. No. Vishnu did. We only know that the Samutra Manthan was done by the Devas, Daitya Danavas. No. It was Vishnu who prodded them. Okay, pull this side more, pull that side more. Because he was interested to get his Mahalakshmi. Vinnavar Amudunna Vanda Pennamudu. Beautiful. So this is cheating. In Mahavishnu does his cheating. Amrita Utpadane Dhaityan Grato Vadradarasya Aditihi Mangalam Pradat Tate Bhavatu Mangalam. So what happened? First it comes, Kala Devi comes, Jeshta Mata comes in a black. Then what happens? Then this Vaji, this spruce studded with gold, horse comes. Then comes Mahalakshmi's tree. Then comes Dhanvantari Bhagavan with a Sweta Kumbha full of Amrita. Last comes Airavata. So this is the order Vyasa gives. There is some difference. But along the way, Vishnu was very much interested to get his Patni. In fact, he did the Samudra Manthan. Always he helps. What did he do? So they goes and then they ask, Brahma says go, and Brahma goes to Vishnu. Vishnu says, okay, take that mantra as a churning thing, mantra hill, mantra mala, mantra parvata. But mantra parvata was stubborn. So then they asked, whom should we use to lift the mantra parvata? They use Adisesha, Naga. So Jeshta Naga, then Adisesha lifts and then puts that into Kshirabdi, Parkadal. Milky Ocean. But then, which rope should I use? Then they go to another serpent called Vasiki. So this you have to go to Mahabharata again. The difference between, we also know simply that Vasiki was used. First thing, Adisesha comes to help to lift the Mantra Parvata, and then it is dropped in the Kshirabdi. Then they use Vasiki. In the mouth side, the Daitya Danavas are there. In the tail side, the Devata are there. So they just churn. And while churning, Alahala Visha comes, then Nilakanta swallows the Visha. And then Amrita comes. Then what happens? Mahavishnu comes and takes a Maya Mohini avatar. Again, Mahabharat mein aata hai. So Maya Mohini avatar lekar, then he cheats the Asuras. So he asked Daitya and Danava. So there is a distinction there. So the Danu Putras are known as Danavas. Diti Putras are known as Daityas. They are cousins. Similarly to Devas. All are cousins. It's only internal fight. So then Mahavishnu in the form of Maya Mohini asked these Daitya and Danavas to sit. While they were sitting, he gives the Amrita to the Devas, and then these the Daitya Danavas got so much hurt, and then they were all yelling at the Devatas. Then, while doing so, one Daitya, Rahu, comes and takes the form of a Devata, and then sits. Then both Chandra and Surya notices it. And then they tell to Indra. Indra uses his Vajrayudha and cuts the head of Rahu. And then the head clearly steered on Surya and Chandra. That's why you got Rahu Grastam. That's why you get this eclipse. So it is Rahu. All these are in Mahabharata. So this one, Amrita Utpadane Daityan Gnato Vajradarasya Yati. So Vishnu came to help because Vishnu needed his Patni. Amrutotpadane Daityan Gato Vajradarasya Yati. So he cuts the Rahu with Vajrayudha. Amrutotpadane Daityan Grato Vajradarasya Yati. Aditihi Mangalam Pratat Tatte Bhavatu Mangalam. So you have to go to Veda. You have to go to Bhagavata, you have to go to Mahabharata to get the story for all this. Akara, we always provide Uski Meherbani that I could get these references because I have noted down in my old book. So, Amrutod Padane Daityan Grato Vajradarasya Yati Aditihi Mangalam Pradati Tate Bhavatu Mangalam. Last Upanyas mein Das ne bola tha ki these 4 slokas itself take one class, 1 hour. Teen Vikramane Prakramato Vishnu Amita Tejasa. Then Vamana Avatar. Teen Vikraman. So 3 steps. Already those 3 steps Vritranta also can be used for Vruthrasura Vritranta. Teen Vikramane Prakramato Vishnu Amita Tejasa. You cannot compare the strength and the tejas of Vishnu. Amita Tejasa. Teen Vikraman Prakramato Vishnu Amita Tejasa. Yadasin Mangalam Pradati Tatte Bhavatu Mangalam. So it is Vishnu. That is the reason for Sarva Prayachittartham. I don't know whether the Pandit yesterday said all this. For any Prayachittartham, you have to do Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Treda Nidade Padam Samudavasya Pagum Shure Swaha. So you have to pray to that Vishnu because he kept his foot everywhere in all conceivable places. So Vishnu Padot Bhava Ganga. So it became pious. So Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Treda Nidade Padam Samudavasya Pagum Shure. You have to do this. And then Hiranyagarbhagar Bastam Yema Bibidam Vibhavaso Ananta Punya Paladam Adaschati Prayasyame. So whatever it is, in terms of all Papa, I am trying to do dana so that I am trying to serve the society. In a macro level, you should understand that it's not only giving something to a priest. It should be. But it is understood that it's a way that you have to do good karma. So, Hiranyagarbhagarbhastam Hema Vijam Vibhavasoho Ananta Punya Palatam Adaschantim Prayasame. So, I give gift. That gift should not be only restricted to one people. It should be for the society. The Jani Janardhana Bhavaha. So, this is how we have seen. Yan Mangalam Suparnasya Vinatha Akalpayati Pura Amrutam Prartaya Anasya Tatte Bhavat Mangalam Amrutot Padane Daityan Grato Vajradarasya Vajradaramana Indra Vajradarasya Yati Aditihi Mangalam Pradati Tatte Bhavat Mangalam Teen Vikraman Prakramato Vishnu Vishu Vyapti iti Vishnu. He is the one ever pervading. Vyapti iti Vishnu. Vishnu Amita Tejasa Yadasin Mangalam Prada Tatte Bhavatu Mangalam. So he blessed. Iti Putrasya Seshascha Kritva Shirashi Bhamini. Bhamini means Mangalam. Bhamini means Ye Bhagyavati. So why is Kaushalya called Bhagyavati? Because he begot a son who is going to protect Dharma. Iti Putrasya Seshascha Kritva Shirashi Bhamini. Sesha mane unbroken rice. When you do the Akshata, it is very important. If I say this, Jitubai will start doing it. You should not have broken rice. That is Papa. Shirasa mane unbroken rice. So I remember I had a buva. First thing, when I was 8 years old, there was an auspicious function at my griha, a wedding tha. So my old aunt, Atte, Buaji, she told me, go get rice. And that was the duty. She gave it to many young kids. She put that and then make sure that you have full rice. Remove and separate all the half-broken rice. And then that rice has to be mixed with haridra in the presence of kshira. You should not use water. You should use kshira for doing the akshata. So I still remember. So people, whether she read Ramayana or not, but this is the Shishtachar. Apastamba says this. Also Bodhayana, I think. How do you learn this? You have to go to a old lady in your house. He says this. So if you need any doubt, go to your old dadi. Whatever she practices, that is Shishtachara. Follow it, not me. Apastamba said. Great Shastra Rishi said that. So, iti putrasya, Valmiki brings a point. Sesha means without any broken thing. Iti putrasya seshascha kritva sirashi bhamini. She put this akshata on the sirasa. Bhamini gandhanshapi samalabhya ramam ayatalochana bhamini. The lady who is a bright-eyed lady. Beautiful, because she is going to bless this son with such a fondness. So when you are fondness are both in angry and also in fondness your eyes blossom. So ayatalochana bhamini, this blessed lady who has a brightened eyes, what did she do? She put this akshata on Ram sirasi evam gandhaschapi samalabhya. Then she also smeared chandan and haridra and everything. Oshadim cha api siddhartam vishalya karanim shubham. Then she did Raksha Bandhan. That Raksha Bandhan was done by a herb called Vishalya Karani. What is Vishalya Karani? This Vishalya Karani is known if you are broken, when you walk, you slip. When you climb down, you slip, you break your bone. There, they used to tie this with patti, with this Vishalya Karani. So she did this for her son, so that if you don't remember, Ram, understand, go and pluck Vishalya Karani, because you are going to walk in the forest, who knows, you are going to climb down and climb up the hill. So when you fall down, you will have this. So make sure you remember this. So she did Raksha Bandhan with Vishalya Karani, Oshadincha api siddhartam, Vishalya Karanim shubham chakara raksham Kaushalya mantraihi abhijajapajajan. What mantra she used? She used Narayana mantra, because Narayana is the Kuladevata for Ikshvaku Vamsa. So she used Sriman Narayana Charanau Sharanam Prapadye. Who is? Pray to that Narayana whose Patni is Sri Mata. Gandhadwaram Duradarsham Nityabhuttang Karishini Ishwari Gum Sarva Bhutanam Tvam Ihopahvaye Sriyam. So that Lord who is the abode for Lakshmi, Sriyapati. So she said mantran. What mantra? Sriman Narayana Charanau Sharanam Prapadye Srimate Narayana Nama. This is called as Dvaya. So Dvaya mantra ucharana karke she blessed her son. Uvacha uvachati prakrishteva sa dukkhavarshini vang matrena na bhavena vacha sansajjamanaya. She was only showing her happiness in words. She was not able to reflect the happiness in her bhava. So for simply sake, she was blessing, but inwardly she was happy. Vang matrena na bhavena vacha sansajjamana. So she was not able to be happy naturally. She was only doing outwardly blessing. But those blessings will pay because she is Bhamini, she is Ayatalochana, she is a Pativrata. Anamya Murdnischa Agraya Parishvajya Yashasvini Avadati Putra Siddhartho Gacharamayata Sukam. Then she went and kissed the Murdni, which we have already discussed. Mata is alone allowed to do, not even father. Mata is alone allowed to do and kiss the Murdni. Anamya Murdnicha Agraya. She went and smeared and kissed. Anamya. So she asked Rama to bend down. Anamya Murdnicha. So Rama bent down, or he asked, either way. Agraya Parishvajya Yashasvini. Then she smeared and then kissed, and then she also held him. God alinganam kar diya. Avadati putra siddhartho, ye Rama, you will be always having positivity. Avadati putra siddhartho, for the kamya palartham. Kamya palartham, what? Pitruvakya paripalanartham, only for that. She is not wishing that go and fight with others and grab the land. No. Pitruvakya paripalanartham siddhyartham gaccha Rama yataha sukam. She blessed. Arogam sarva siddhartham ayodhyam punaragatam pashyami tvam sukam vatsa sustitam rajavartmini. You be blessed with good health. Arogam sarva siddhartham ayodhya. May I wish you to come back to Ayodhya. Pashyam, then I will live to see you. So Rama is already assured, because of the blessings of this Mata, is already blessed. Pashyami, I am going to see you after you fulfill your vows of your father. Pashyami tvam sukam vatsa sustitam rajavartmani. Then you will follow the dharma. Vartmani means panta, path. Whatever the raja dharma is there, you will come back and you will follow. Prashna dukkha sankalpa harsha vidyoti nanana drakshyami tvam vanat praptam purna chandra mivoditam. I am going to see you with a smiling face like a purna chandra mivoditam. Drakshyami, I am going to see vanat praptam, after you come back from vana. Bhadra sanagatam rama vanavasadi agatam drakshyami cha punastvam tu tirnavantam. Tirnavantam means after you complete. Pituru vachaha drakshyami, I am going to see you seated on the Bhadrasanam, on the Raja Gaddi. Bhadrasanam agatam Rama vanavasat ihagatam drakshyami cha punastvam tu tirnavantam. Only if you fulfill the vows of your father. She is very particular. Drakshyami cha punastvam tu tirnavantam pituruvacha mangalaihi upasampanno vanavasadigahataha vadhva mama cha nityam tvam kaman samvardayahi. Hey man, hey gentleman, I know when you come back, you will be ever able to fulfill the wishes of your wife. Vadhva mama cha nityam tvam kaman samvardayahi. So I am not worried. I know you will come back doing dharma paripalana, fulfilling the words and vows of your father. You will be seated as a Maharaja, Bhadrasanam. You will be seated there, so you will be able to fulfill the wishes of Vadhva and Mama. So all. Maya archita deva gana shivadayo maharshayo bhuta mahasurauraga abhiprayatasya vanam chirayate hitani kangshantu dishascha raghava. Beautiful. Maya archita deva, the whomever I play. Gana, you say the Visvaksena, the Gana, the leader of all the Gana. Ganana amtva ganapati gum hava mahe kavim kavinam upamasravatsavam jeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspatana shrunvannuti siddha sadhanam. It comes in Rigved, it also comes in Yajurved. Gananam. So the leader of all the Gana, we Vaishnavas consider him as Visvaksena. That's why we say Suklam Vardhanam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannadanam Dhyayet Sarve Vignopadante. And the second thing is important. Yasya Dviratavaktraadhyaha Parishadhya Parashatam Vignam Nighranti Sasam Visvaksenam Tamasriya. So it is a God that is described in Veda. So Sivadayoho Maharshayoho Bhuta Mahasuragraha, all those, even Uragaha, even the snake, even all the Bhuta, Pisas, everything. Maharshayoho Bhuta Mahasuragraha Abhiprayatasya Vanam Chiraya. Go to Vanam. Hitani kangshanto. I am always wishing you the hitam. Iti ivacha asru pratipurna lochana. Samapyacha swasyayanam yatavidhi. Swasyayanam yatavidhi. We already said that in the last class. So she invited Vedic Pandits to recite 67 mantras, predominantly used in Somayaga and Ashwamedha Prashna. So swasyayanam, that is known as swasti vachanam. Ayanam mane panta. May your roads be safe. Samapyacha swasyayanam yatavidhi. Pradakshinam chaiva chakara ragavam. Punascha api nipidya sasvaje. Very important. She did pradakshina to Rama. She is an elderly lady. Can she do pradakshina to Rama? Pradakshinam chaiva chakara ragavam pradakshinam chaiva punah punah. Many circumambulances she did. Nipit yasasvaja. Then she also held him. Why should you do this? Because to protect you in all the sides, out of affection. So a mata and the elder, in marriage you know that. In marriage, when you are going to invite the Vadu and Vara, on the day of marriage, all the elderly leaders, before they come into Vivag Vaidik Mantap, they always stand there and then they use Kshira, they use lamp, and they use Arati, and then they go circle around the Vadu and Vara, just to ward off the evils for Raksha. So, Pradakshinam chaiva chakara ragavam punah punaha apinipidya sasvache. That is what I said. This is the Sishtachara. So what did I say? Apastamba says, if you have any doubt, go ask elderly lady in your household. Because people have been following. So there is God in the behind. Vishnutvan vetu. There is Vishnu behind you. So they are praying for Vishnu. While doing, they are showing auspiciousness. Cheer, lamp. So one lady will take water. And another lady will take milk. Another lady will take deepa. And then keep circling. And then they also use different variety of cooked rice. And then they do this arti. No? Even in North India, they do with a thali. But in South India, Sishtachara difference. But that is given in Sishtachara. Pradakshinam chaiva chakara ragavam punascha apinipidya sasvaje. Beautiful. This thing. So Dilipa, who was Dilipa? Dilipa followed Kamadhenu, Nandini. Kalidasa says beautifully in Raghuvamsa. So Dilipa chased Nandini as if Sruter Anvagachis Smriti. Like Smritis that are following the Sruti. Sruti mana Veda. So Smriti mana Rishi Vakya. So Rishis always follow Veda. So likewise Dilipa was following Nandini. So these are all Sishtachara. Similarly, what happens in Abhignana Shakuntalam? Let's do this beautiful. So when Shakuntala was about to depart to Dushyant, Kanva sends with Gautami and all her maids. He makes sure that Shakuntala and her maids circumambulate the Vedic heaven. Kanvaha vatse ita sadyo utagnim pradakshini kurushva. Kalidasa brings this. We have to study Ramayan like this. So he says, why did this happen? Was there this Sishtachara? Did anybody follow this? Yes, Kalidasa makes it a point. When Shakuntala was about to go back to Dushyant, he says, Vatsa, hey girl, Itaha sadyo, immediately, Uthan Agnim, Uta Agni means the Agni that is receiving oblation. Pradakshini Kurushva, do the Pradakshinam. Why? Because this place is all squared up with paridhi, with these sticks, avanka stick, and it is always circularly covered by darbha. And all the puja dravya, all these will ward off the evils and you will be protected. Ami vedihi paritaha klipta dishnya samidvantaha pranta samstirna dharbaha apagnanto dhuritam havyagandaihi vaitana vanyaya pavayantu. Beautiful. Kalidasa says this. Ami vedim paritaha. This is with all the parita manistic. Ami Vedim Paritaha Klipta Dishnyaha. This place is all full of Dishnya Manasthanam. So this place is full of Vedic related samagris, Vedic related materials. Ami Vedim Paritaha Klipta Dishnyaha Samidvantaha with Samit. Pranta Samstirna Darbaha. Pranta Samstirnam. It is boundaried by Darba. Pranta Samstirna Darbaha. Apagnanto Duritam. All the bad things will go away. Apagnanto Duritam Havya Gandaihi. Because of the smell of this havan. You did yesterday, no? Apagnanto Duritam Havya Gandaihi. Vaitana Vannayaha Paven. This Agni will protect. So go and do the Pradakshina to this Agni. So he asked the Shakuntala and her maids to do this circumambulation to Agni, Treta Agni, Garhapatya, Ahavaniya and Dakshina Agni. Garhapatyam should always be protected And then from Gargapatya Agni, you take that Agni and then put it into Ahavaniya Agni and then Dakshina Agni. So you have to make sure that you protect 3 Agnis, and that's how you do Agni Santanam. So, Ami Vedim Paritaha Kripta Dishnyaha Samidvantaha Pranta Samsirna Dharbaha Apagnanto Duritam Havyagandaihi Vaitana Swam Vannayaha Pavayantu. Same thing. What Valmiki said, Kalidasa follows. Prathamakkavinam Margadarshi Maharshi. Madhumaya Panitinam Margadarshi Maharshi. Kaun Maharshi hai. Prathamakkavinam Margadarshi Maharshi. So Kalidasa follows everywhere. These are beautiful. There are nuances in Ramayan. You have to go and take things. That is Ramayan. You have to study Ramayan. One life is not enough. Tatadu Devyasa Krita Pradakshino Nipidya Matucharana. Then he reciprocated. Afterwards, Devyasa Krita Pradakshina. Rama also did Pradakshinam. Previously, Mahadevi did Pradakshinam. Kaushalya Mata did Pradakshinam to Rama. Now, Tata afterwards, Devyasa Krita Pradakshina afterwards. Nipidya Matuhu Charanam. He goes and he holds the feet of Mata. Nipidya Matucharanau Punah Punah Jagama Sita Nilayam Mahayasha. Rama lost the kingdom, but why did Valmiki say he is a Mahayasha? Because he is protecting Dharma. He is protecting Dharma. Mahayashaha Saragavaha Prajvalitaha Swayasriya. Because he is protecting Dharma, even though he lost the kingdom, he was Prajvalita. He was shining as if he has received the biggest wealth, Swayasriya, because he always has Lakshmi in his Vakshasthala. We have already said that Ragavaste Abhavati Sita Rukmini Krishna Janmani Sarveshu Cha Avatareshu Vishno Sanapayini Tatatu Devyasa Krita Pratakshino Nibhidya Matuhu Charanau Punah Punah Jagama Sita Nilayam. Then he is going to go and meet his beloved wife. So what did we say? Dutiful son. Then he is going to do his duty to his wife. There, Valmiki is going to show that he is a human being. So, Archito Manushe Loke Jagне Vishnu Sanatanam. When Valmiki begins Ayodhya Kanda, Archite Manushe Loke Jagне Vishnu Sanatanam. Who is Rama? Jagне. He was born as Rama. But who is Rama? Vishnu Sanatana. He says that this is nothing but Vishnu. Then, does Vishnu not know why this has happened? But even though that is the thing for Devakaryam, and also Valmiki labors to show that he is like you, Manushya. Manush, he is also like Manushya. So the next chapter is beautiful Rasa. It will be beautiful Rasa where he is going to please his wife. There he calls her Janaki. Very few times Rama does Sambodhana as Janaki. Kulasre, you are from a great Kula. Janaki, please take care of my mother. Please make sure that you listen to Bharata, who is your guru now. He is the king. So that's a beautiful way. So what it is? Jagama Sita Nilayam Mahayasha. He is going to be Mahayasha because he knows his wife will listen to him. But she goes one step ahead. And then she says, I am going to follow you. Saragavaha Prajvalitaha Swayasriya. Pavamana Sududupatu Padara Vindamulaku Ninama Rupamulaku Nitya Jaya Mangalam Mangalam Kosalendraya Maganiya Gunabdaye Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalani Santu Shubham. And finish 4 slokas.